Do people realize that Logan Square actually has a Logan Square? Thank you. Got a frog in my throat. That eagle is older than every single one of our subscribers. What's really good, YouTube? It's Louis Gusto. Welcome back to Chicago. Today we're in Logan Square on a beautiful summer day. You already know the summertime shy vibes that we'll be bringing you in this film. We'll also be telling you the story of how this went from undeveloped prairie to European style square with one of the most beautiful and historic Chicago neighborhoods surrounding it. There's way too much to see, do, eat, and drink in Logan Square to fit in just one film. So please do us this one favor and finesse that like button. We gotta get this film to over 1,000 likes so that we can come back to make a sequel. And now, if you're ready, let's explore Logan Square. Good morning from Logan Square. We are at La Boulangerie for some pastries and some coffee. Double espresso, drip coffee, no cream, no sugar. We also got a chocolate croissant. To switch it up, we're always getting the plain butter croissant. Sometimes almond, but it's chocolate day today. And we also got a nice big fat slice of quiche Laurent. Satisfy our morning hunger. We've been to La Boulangerie a couple of times here in Logan Square. They also have 2 other Chicago locations. We really just love authentic French bakeries, so we go any chance that we get. One day on the channel, we will have some Paris and France travel guides. Make sure you keep it locked for that. Here's my double espresso. Quiche Lorraine. So light and fluffy and incredibly savory. Chocolate croissant. Logan Square is community area number 22, located about 5 miles northwest of the Loop. It's comprised of neighborhoods Bucktown, Palmer Square, Kosciuszko Park, and of course, Logan Square. The official borders of the Logan Square community area are Diversey on the north, the Chicago River on the east, the 606 Trail on the west, and the MDN Metra train tracks on the west. A lot of Chicago community areas have train tracks as borders because Chicago was once the railroad hub of America, but that's another story for another day. To get to the Logan Square community area, take the CTA Blue Line, one of my favorite L trains in the city, to the California or Logan Square station. The Blue Line is actually one of 2 CTA trains that go underground. I really wish we had more. There are also plenty of divvy stations so you can bike all around Logan Square. Oh, and plenty of CTA buses will help you get around Logan Square, namely the 56, 73, 74, 76, 82, and 94. We're at Big Kids, which is a cool 90s themed diner here in Logan Square. They got all kinds of crazy sandwiches, snacks, drinks, and lots of eclectic decorations ranging from Nintendo 64 and Nickelodeon cartoons all the way to the Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters. Today we ordered the Chicago style Philly cheese. This has beef cheese and jardiniere. They have a nice bar area as well as an outdoor seating area. Looks incredible. I cannot wait to try it. This sandwich is essentially a Philly cheesesteak meets a Chicago Italian beef. It's creative, beefy, and juicy. Soft French bread on there too. Nice topping of jardiniere. I'm a fan. Nearby neighborhoods include Humboldt Park, Westtown, and Hermosa. As recently as the early 1800s, Logan Square was nothing but wild prairie. Then around 1836, Martin Kimball purchased about 160 acres of land. It soon became part of the township of Jefferson, just over a century before the hit sitcom of the very same name. Like many neighborhoods of Chicago, in Logan Square's early days, a lot of it was used as farmland to grow food for them city folk. Milwaukee Avenue was once an important Indian trail, one of the few landmarks left over from indigenous times and something that we should really appreciate. It later became the Northwest Plank Road and was used by truck farmers to bring their crops to the market. The area grew thanks in part to the Chicago and Northwestern Railway, and it was annexed to Chicago in pieces. By 1889 though, the entire Logan Square area was part of the Windy City, and population boomed after the Great Fire of 1871. Great for some people, not so great for others. Logan Arcade is exactly what the name says, an arcade in Logan Square, located right here on Fullerton, and they've got everything from retro machines to pinball and brand new games.
They got little booths set up with a PlayStation Mini, a Super Nintendo Mini, and a Sega Genesis Mini. It's a really legit spot. Unlike most barcades where half the machines are broken, they don't even have a good selection, and the music's so loud that you can't hear the games, this is the total opposite. You can tell love and care was put into each and every detail. It's located in the former Logan hardware store, and it has to be the nicest arcade I've seen in so many years. I don't play as many video games as I used to, but it's nice to know that there's a place like this in Logan Square where you can come and get that pinball, Super Mario, even Tapper fix. 6 years after annexation, the Metropolitan West Side Elevated Railroad began service to and from the Logan Square station, which is now located underground. The Milwaukee-Dearborn subway, which today is part of the CTA Blue Line, began construction all the way back in 1939, but was halted due to World War II, and it wouldn't open up for another 12 years. I really hope we live to see the day when a new CTA L line or subway opens up. Come on, United States, let's invest in some infrastructure, baby.
John A. Logan was an American general and Illinois politician. Both the square and community area are named after him. Gusto Nation, you know that we had to stop for our afternoon coffee. Luckily, Logan Square has no shortage of options. We're at Milwaukee-based Colectivo Coffee, which has locations across the city. I got my favorite drink, the Windy City, iced because it's a hot day today, and Louis picked up his Nitro Cold Brew, his favorite drink. This is our first visit to the Logan Square location. It is beautiful. Floor-to-ceiling windows, monstera plants hanging from the ceiling. Really great vibe. Cheers.
I really had to dig in the archives to find this one, but back in the day, the state of Illinois made it their personal mission to make sure Chicago had the biggest, boldest park system in the entire country. Logan Square's boulevard system was planned by Chicago's West Park Commission. Back in those days, there were 3 separate entities planning the northwest and south sides of the city. The boulevards are wide roads with grassy medians that were built for bikes and carriages, not cars. Greetings from London. I hope you're enjoying this film. We really appreciate when you hit that little red subscribe button. It helps our community to grow. We're bringing Latino and Asian voices to travel filmmaking, and we really appreciate you joining up to Gusto Nation. If you're looking for the best bowl of ramen in Chicago, look no further than Logan Square's Ramen Wasabi. They are Japanese owned and opened up in 2010. Larissa and I had one of our very first dates here because it is one of the best restaurants in the city, hands down. In addition to serving up phenomenal bowls of ramen with broth that takes about 45 minutes to make, by the way, they also serve up light bites like the pork bao that we got, and they have an incredible selection of Japanese whiskey and sake. It's a little bit early to get into all the whiskey, but we got 2 original tonkotsu bowls with egg noodle, pork belly, bamboo shoots, scallion. Itadakimasu. 45 hours it took to make this broth. Crazy, so good. Wow. Nobody lived in this area when the Humboldt Park Boulevard system, as it was once known, was laid out. It cost about $250,000 in the late 1890s and accomplished its goal, which was to attract residents to Logan Square. The Greystones and other homes that make up this area together form one of the most beautifully preserved historic areas of Chicago. Now, back in those days, the wealthiest Chicagoans actually lived on the south side of the city, but thanks to some creative architects, West Siders could have similar looking homes with some obvious compromises. Also, back in the day, the boulevard system was a huge deal. It was a source of civic pride. Somewhere along the way, the city of Chicago forgot that, and now most people just look at these boulevards as parking lots / expressways that just so happen to have trees and grass on them.
Because this is a beautiful but hot day, we stopped at Miko's Italian Ice, which has been open since 1997. Their original location was in Bucktown. It's a really casual place. You just walk up on the sidewalk and order. Today we got the lemon Italian ice, so let's go. This looks so good. Got a piece of lemon in there. Now that's Italian.
The Illinois Centennial Monument was installed in 1918 to celebrate 100 years of Illinois being a state. It was designed by Henry Bacon, who also designed the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The sculptor was Evelyn Longman, and it's a 70-foot tall Tennessee pink marble Doric column with the same proportions as the columns of the Parthenon in ancient Greece. It's topped by an eagle, which represents the Illinois state flag as well as the United States of America. Plus, eagle is probably the coolest bird. After about 3 decades of decline thanks to aging housing stock, suburban exodus, and an expressway destroying a good chunk of the area, the Logan Square Neighborhood Association was formed. Just like other neighborhood associations of Chicago, it was formed by members of the community concerned with the preservation and improvement of the area. It is once again pizza time. So we're here at Paulie G's Logan Square. They have 2 locations in Chicago, but were founded in Brooklyn back in the day. The collection of pizzerias that we have in this city is unparalleled in the entire world. We ordered the Del Boy today. This has fresh mozzarella, Italian tomatoes, Berkshire Sopressata Picante, and Parmigiano Reggiano. Previously, we featured the Paulie G's Wicker Park location. That's the one that specializes in New York style by the slice. If you haven't seen our New York style pizza tour of Chicago, what are you waiting on? It's linked in the description below. But I cannot wait any longer. I gotta try this pizza while it's still hot. You got your Sopressata, your fresh mozzarella, your Italian tomato sauce, beautiful crust. Let's go, Del Boy. That sopressata has just the right amount of spice. What I love about this pizza is it's not drenched in sauce. In Chicago, we don't really love a lot of sauce. This is the best part of the job.
Louis has been missing out because I've been coming here since 2016 when they opened. We got to watch our pizza being put together in the kitchen today, and that is the best part, being a pizza fan. Neapolitan style pizzas are my favorite kind of pizzas. This slice looks so beautiful. That little char, the mozzarella. Oh my God, let's go. That sopressata is the best thing. Order the Del Boy.
Paulie G's Logan Square also specializes in Detroit-style pizza, AKA Logan Squares. This is the US Pizza Cup winner. It's got cheddar, mozzarella, ezzo pepperoni, bacon jam, red sauce, ricotta, basil, and it's topped off with Mike's Hot Honey. Gusto Nation, believe it or not, this is my very first Detroit-style pizza. So let us know in the comments if you want us to take you on a Detroit-style pizza tour. I'm gonna grab me a nice square Detroit-style pizza from Paulie G's. That's a real eye-opener. So much flavor going on there. You got a little bit sweet, savory, spicy, herbal. It's quite obvious why this was the US Pizza Cup winner. It's a champion pizza. What more can you say? Early residents of Logan Square included Germans and Scandinavians. Then after World War I, Poles and Russian Jews started moving in. Around the 1960s, the Latinos came through, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and Mexicans. And in more recent times, yuppies. Lots and lots of yuppies, hipsters. All these diverse populations have helped to make Logan Square what it is. Isn't that deep? Palmer Square is yet another square within Logan Square. This square is 7 acres and is named after John Macaulay Palmer, not Potter Palmer like I initially thought. John Palmer was a Civil War general and an Illinois governor. This beautiful square is surrounded by elegant homes because Victorian Chicagoans were all about them parks, while 1950s Chicagoans were like, that green space would make a great place for 750 parking spots. It's surrounded by an oval track that was once used heavily by bicyclists. They would actually race around the oval track. In 2008, Palmer Square Park underwent significant renovations, including an improvement to the running track and a brand new playground inspired by the Velveteen Rabbit. There's nothing quite like local beer, in my opinion. We're here at Revolution Brew Pub in Logan Square, where it all began for this amazing brewery. They've got all sorts of beers on tap, located right on Milwaukee Avenue. Today I got the Pursuit of Freedom Strawberry Lemonade Sour. A hot summer day, so strawberry lemonade seemed like the perfect beer to go with. Salud.
Revolution is one of our absolute favorite, and I mean favorite brewers in the entire city of Chicago. We love fruited sours. I chose the Freedom Lemonade today. Let's go. Now to wait for our pretzel.
Today, Logan Square is a neighborhood that can be described in many ways. Historic, eccentric, diverse, gritty, artsy, fun. All these adjectives fit. It's not only a great place to live, but a must-visit part of the Chi. Peace and blessings.